Happy Sunday! My name is Amy Prokopis. I am the author of young adult novels like the science fiction novel The Arena and the young adult fantasy romance Guardians of the Sixth Gate. I currently have a book on Patreon, so if you are interested in reading a fake dating romance with a witchy twist, you can go and read that on Patreon. It is Winter Witches. It will come out next Christmas. Also, I have the second book in the Guardians of the Sixth Gate series that will be out in the spring, and it is called Shade of the Shadowlands. I am currently editing that. Welcome to my channel. Whew, that was a whole lot. Okay, so I have a lot of things going on. Most of them are editing. So today starts my first read through of Shade of the Shadowlands. So I've let the book rest since about mid-ish October. And so I'm finally getting around to reading through the draft. So that is primarily what I'm doing today. So you will probably not see a whole lot of me. I want to write on Winter Witches a little bit later today because I'm a bit behind. If I don't keep up with that, then I'm not going to have a chapter a day. And I've been so good at that. So it is the 18th. I have 18 chapters on Patreon right now, and I would really like to keep that schedule. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of that today also. So we also have game night. So my thought is that I do a lot of my reading today during the day, and then during game night, after Finn goes to bed, I swap and I do writing on Winter Witches, especially because we are on Christmas break. So if you didn't know, I am a high school counselor at a public school, and our Christmas break officially starts tomorrow. So that's why I scheduled my read through when I did, and so many of my things. I've got a lot of projects going. So when I'm on breaks like this, I become a full-time author. So I think I'm doing work right now that would qualify as being a full-time author though. So there's that. So I'm going to get into that. I'm going to jump into my read through, start getting organized for that. It's currently 10:20. So here in a little bit, I'll prep lunch for Finn and I, and then I'll really hit it hard. All right. I just put Finn down for a nap. He's not happy about it, but he's down for a nap. So that means that I get to do some writing time, which is actually just editing, because I'm going to do my read through this afternoon, or as much of it as I can. So that is the next step. Ooh, I'm super excited because I'm off this week from work. So I'll get to do so much writing stuff, and I can also clean my house, which is something I've been desperately wanting to do. It is a mess. Really, I want to go through a lot of the things that I have. I want to go through and toss a lot of my clothes. I'm one of those people that I keep clothes because I can see myself, like I can see a purpose in wearing them. Not that I ever will, and I probably won't. And I know that, but I keep them anyway. So I want to go through and toss a ton of my stuff. I've gotten to where really I like to keep things simple and just dress up with jewelry and such. So I think I'm going to get rid of a lot of my clothes this week too, while I clean. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I got new athletic wear, so I can also do that, because that's where a lot of my clothes have gone. Is I think, oh, I'll just wear this to work out in, or, oh, I'll just wear this to sleep in. I'll lounge in the house in this. And that's turned into keeping anything and everything. And I do not need like 3 weeks worth of lounge clothes or bed clothes for that matter. I also have bed clothes that need to go. So I think that's what I'm going to work on this week. But first, on to editing. I'm letting June out. Oh, my read through's going good. You guys may already know that if you've watched that video, because the read through video for Shade of the Shadowlands will come out Wednesday, and this is not going to come out until the next Sunday. So you guys will know. What I am planning to do is to continue doing that, and then maybe this afternoon, late this evening, when game night really sets in, I will move to writing for Winter Witches. I kind of plan on staying up late because I don't have to be anywhere tomorrow because we're on break. So I can stay up late and do a ton of that stuff because I'm a little worried that I'm behind on my chapters enough that I'm going to run out of chapters to post for Winter Witches. So we will see. Lots of things to do. I'm letting June out, and then we're going to go back in, and I am back on my reading for Shade of the Shadowlands. So we'll see. June, are you adventuring? June, we need to go inside. It's really cold out here, and I'm in flip-flops. We are in my bathroom. So I got about halfway into Shade of the Shadowlands with my read through today. You guys will see more of that in Wednesday's video. What I'm gonna do now, I'm going to shower first off because I feel funky. Actually, you know what? I should do a face mask. I might do a face mask first. So I'm gonna do a face mask, shower, and then I'm going to move to writing on Winter Witches because I feel like I'm starting to fall a little behind, which is what I expected. This right before we went on Christmas break, I expected to have a hard time because this last week we had all kinds of assemblies and things. So I knew I wouldn't get as much writing done. So to stay on top of my deadline to have a chapter a day, I'm gonna move from my read through to my drafting of Winter Witches. So that's what I'm gonna do. Finn's in bed, and I'm gonna take you along with me, as always. Good morning. I am up doing breakfast for Finn. I'm wearing my new Gymshark clothes, which is super cute. So I need to get back to reading for my read through of Shade of the Shadowlands. That's really like the goal today, is to finish that. So I have a lot to read through. So here in a second, I'm going to do that. But first, I need to do some laundry. I just had lunch. Finn had lunch. It's a little late for him, actually. I lost track of time doing my read through. It is 12:21. So in a minute, I'm gonna get him in bed for a nap, and then I'll get back to that read through. But I thought I would check in with you guys. So it is going really well so far. There'll be a vlog video that is just the read through. I do a lot more in depth in that video. So if you want to see more about how I did it, go there. That's where all that information will be. But I thought I'd check in. So far this vlog, this week's kind of boring just because I've been sitting and reading the whole time. My plan, I want to get out a little with Finn tomorrow. I need to take Finn to see a Santa Claus. We need to go see Santa, so maybe we'll do that. I also have a gingerbread house kit that I want to make with him this week. So maybe we'll do some of those things tomorrow because I should finish the read through today. And so the only other thing that I'll have on my agenda is, June, you're gonna fall down there. The only other thing on my agenda is writing Winter Witches. So I could take some time to do things like that during the day. It would be really fun. So maybe tomorrow the vlog will get more interesting for you guys. Okay, my read through took longer than I'd planned for. I just finished. So that means I didn't really get the time to finish writing my chapter on Winter Witches, the chapter that is supposed to go up tomorrow. So I'm really close. So I may try and sneak in at least like a short sprint just so I can get the chapter up tomorrow morning. So it is a little late. I think I can have it up early tomorrow morning though, so it's not so far late, it's not so far off, but I was hoping to have a little bit more done before that time, so that's kind of not so great. But I did get the read through done, so you guys have probably already watched that video where I show you how that went and everything involved in that and my final thoughts, yada, yada, yada. But I'm so glad to have it done. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. There are some things I need to fix early in the draft just to make it more interesting. There's not enough of a hook. So those things will go in, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. Good morning. I am doing chores, so I haven't quite gotten dressed for the day. I'm gonna get a little more dressed up than I did the last couple, just because I have an appointment. I'm going to therapy later. I need to wrap up my read through. I didn't update you guys. I finished the read through last night. But I need to finish my final thoughts and get the video scheduled to go out tomorrow. I also need to look at finishing chapter 20 of Winter Witches because that is supposed to go out today. And I would like to at least get it out sometime today. So I need to do that also. And I have Laundry Mountain in the bedroom right now that I am currently sorting. So let's get to it. I just finished off chapter 20 of Winter Witches, which is the chapter that is supposed to go up on Patreon today. So it's 2, and I just got it posted, so I am late. Normally I schedule them to go up at 6 in the morning. I don't know why that's the time I picked, but 6 o'clock's when they normally go out. So it's a couple hours late, so sorry. To those of you who are Patreon members and may have missed that, it was not intentional. Like I said, I'm a little behind, but it's Tuesday. Alex has his rehearsals on Tuesday, so he is out most of the evening. So I think I will be able to at least get a little caught up. We also, Alex and I, we are also planning to go for an overnight trip, like a date weekend. Starting Wednesday, we're leaving Wednesday afternoon. We'll stay overnight and into Thursday. So that is something I'm planning for as well. I think we'll see how tonight goes. If I can write enough, I'll still be on schedule. But if I don't, then I may be off a day there also. I'm not too far from wrapping up this book. So chapter 1 is where things change a lot in the plot and some complications come up. So I'm at the point now where things change a lot and get really interesting. So I'm not too far from finishing this book. It's going well. I really like these characters. This is just super cute. I don't typically write romance, at least not plots that are based on the romance. Usually it's the opposite. It's fantasy romance, not romance fantasy. But this has been really fun. So I cannot wait to continue this series. It won't be a series in the sense that Guardians of the Sixth Gate is. It's going to be like interconnected. So all of them can be read as standalones, but you're going to miss out on some of the Easter eggs if you don't read them in order, but you could. So really fun. Super excited to get more of this out there. I really want to finish this before the end of December. Between all of my plans, I don't know if I'm quite going to finish by the end of December, but we'll hope. I just got home from therapy. I also went to the bookstore. I love going to that bookstore. Shop local. Shop at your local bookstore. And goodness, June. So I did that. Did not plan on walking out with a book, but of course you do. So I have yet another book to add to my TBR list. I have a whole shelf of them because I'm behind because of editing and everything. So I am hoping, because today's a long night for Alex, the plan for the evening is to write a ton because I'm done with my read through. I'm not going to touch any of those edits until I get back from my trip this week with Alex, our date away. We're going overnight tomorrow and then we'll be back Thursday. So I'm not planning on touching any of that until maybe next week even. So I want to just write as much as I can. I want to try and finish Winter Witches while I'm on winter break from my education job. So that's the plan. It's freezing right now. It's supposed to be really cold the next couple of days, so that'll be exciting. It feels a little like pins outside, like pins and needles. So once June is done, we're gonna go back in. I'm gonna get started on dinner. I think we're gonna make soup because it's that cold. And then it'll be straight into writing. Morning. It's Wednesday. Oh, I haven't put on my jewelry yet. I just realized that. Today, Alex and I are going on like a overnight date away. We're just driving a couple hours away to a bigger city. We're gonna do a nice dinner. We don't really know what else. And we'll be back tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. There's a lot of talk about like bad weather coming in, and everything that I've seen online and all my research, because that's what I do when I'm anxious, it's just really cold weather. It's just like a crazy cold front, and so I'm feeling a little bit better the more I talk about that and look at it, but it still has me nervous because everybody's talking about bad weather, and I have done really well with my driving anxiety in 2022. I am a lot better as a passenger in the car on busy highways, but if the weather is bad, everything kind of comes back to me. So I'm a little nervous, but I think it'll be okay. Hopefully. Just trying to keep myself calm. So my goodness, this is not a good angle, is it? Not at all. Whew. We just got home from our date weekend. It was really fun. I said I was a little nervous, and there were some stressy moments as the weather moved in. We did get like a dusting of snow overnight. It actually, because it's cold enough, didn't freeze the roads. So, and that was what I was worried about. So it ended up being nice. We just got back. I had to move around some things today. So Finn's home. He's gonna get a late nap today because I have an interview for a statewide, what is it? It's a book podcast in my state, and I was featured on it last year, and this year I can get more of a feature. Last year I reviewed a book I read, and I was like a 1 minute little clip. This year, I was asked to do a kind of where are they now clip. So that recording is at 4 today. So I'm super excited about it. I love this podcast so much. Okie Bookcast, that's what it's called. Oklahoma podcast all about books. And I'm excited that I'm going to be able to have more of a part in it. So really looking forward to doing it's only like a 3-minute clip, I think, where I talk about the things I've been up to, my books, but I'm super excited for that. So I have to put Finn down a little late, and then we're going to record that. I can't decide if I want coffee or not. We'll see. I kind of do. But really, that's pretty much the only plan for today. We might see friends this evening. It depends on what time Alex gets back. He went with another friend. They're having like a guys outing. So he's out. So it really just depends on how the day goes, whether or not we see them. So that's really the only plan for today, is that podcast. I just put Finn down for an afternoon nap, and now I'm kind of gearing up for this interview. Also, I'm setting up my journal. This is something I've wanted to do for a really long time. I actually saw one of these online and I thought, why not just make my own so I can authorify it? So I took the proof copy of my journal. This is available on Amazon, and I turned it into a question a day for 5 years. So I'm going to answer a question every single day, and it'll be the same questions on, like, January 1st will be the same question for 5 years. And it's a way to see growth. It's a way to look back on everything I've accomplished. So this is something that I wanted to start this year. So I'm gonna set this up while I wait. I just recorded for the podcast. That was super fun. I love doing podcast things. I just like the medium a lot. And it's fun because it's totally digital. So you don't have to go in person. I could have with Okie Bookcast, but he wanted to record everything for everyone online. So he'd have them all in one day, which was genius. So definitely go and check out his podcast. It is amazing. There's not a book podcast that I know of anyway in Oklahoma, and he features Oklahoma authors, talks about books that are based in Oklahoma or written by those authors. He puts stuff out all the time about that. So it's really good. Love the podcast. And I'm glad to see that he's doing really well. And I'm so just warms my heart that he thought to send me that email to ask if I'd like to be included in a segment. So that was so sweet. So go check it out. You can find it anywhere you listen to podcasts. It's there. Okie Bookcast. I will make sure to put like a little link down here in the description box. Merry Christmas. I have my Christmassy coffee. We are going over at noon for lunch with my parents. My grandpa is coming up. He lives about 35-ish minutes away. So he's gonna come up and we're gonna have a lunch together. I don't think we're really doing presents because we've already done that with my parents. Finn opened gifts this morning, which was super, super fun. He's been obsessed with his gifts right now. So we're just going for a lunch. But I wanted to hop on here to wish you guys a Merry Christmas also. Since it is a lunch, I'm gonna go ahead and end our vlog for the week. That way I can get it posted and everything today, just like normal. So you will not see Christmassy things. You might see Christmassy things for like a couple clips in next week's vlog though. So maybe. But as always, thank you so much to all of you who subscribe to this channel, who leave me really nice comments in the comment section. I love you guys. Make sure that you're following me on my social media. All of those links are in the description box as well. I post bookish content daily on my social media sites, and I am getting ready to post a lot because Shade of the Shadowlands is just around the corner. I have sat down, I've picked my publication dates that I'm planning to stick to, so I will be releasing those super soon. So make sure that you're subscribing to this channel and following me on all those social media links, because that is where all that information will go out. And if you haven't, something I haven't plugged super often, if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, pop over to amyprokopis.com. At the very bottom of the page, there's a place to submit your email and you will get all those email updates. I put exclusive content through Patreon, and some of that content also goes through the newsletter before it ever gets shared on social media. So if you want exclusive stuff, you need to be following the newsletter. But that's it. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.